First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash. Yahweh, to this world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai, to this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Bahashem means in the name, Rakah means spirit, and Kodash means holy. That's all in the Paleo Hebrew. I also want to give double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Today's lesson, I wanted to go into how if you worship Satan, he will give you power. Right? In order to be part of these high level elites, in order to be in the limelight in this society as an actor, as a rapper, okay, as a movie star, okay, basketball player, you have to sell out in order to get the limelight. Okay, and there's power. Power comes with that. But I wanted to play this video of this Pasadena Blood going into how he used to worship the devil and tells crazy ritual story. Okay, and this ain't nothing new. Alright, worshiping ultimately Satan is something that's been happening since the beginning. Okay, going into the sons of the wicked and the sons of God. Alright, since the beginning, you've had nations that are completely against the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And that's ultimately what Satanism is being completely opposite to what the Most High requires of you. Okay, and when you act according to that way, okay, Satan blesses you because Satan has power over the earth, right? He has influence. Okay, he can make you super rich. He can give you all the bitches you wanted in your entire life, 10 out of 10s, drop dead. Right? He can give you the latest car, the latest house, the best job if you worship him. Right? He'll bless you materially. But let's play this video real quick, see what this guy has to say.
Gangsta Bloods, PJG. We was on some satanic worship shit. And I was actually doing that for, about maybe 7, 8 years. If you ask me how I got in this shit, man, I can honestly say I just I wanted power at a young age. If a nigga tell me the easiest way to fame is to commit myself to Satan, at that point in my life, that's what I did. The first thing Satan wants you to do is denounce the Holy Ghost, which is considered the number one sin in the Bible, the number one unforgivable sin in the Bible. Saying, oh, there ain't no God, ain't no devil. Okay, that's bull. You want to know? I'm telling any nigga right now, if you want to know if on Bloods, on Lanes, if God or the devil is real, worship the devil. And you're going to find out how real this shit is, my nigga. I was doing a seance in my room one night, doing a blood sacrifice, and I was invoking the spirit world, saying my chants and all that. And out of nowhere, the whole motherfucking bed in my room literally like yanked off the wall. I'm talking about it took like 8 niggas to carry this bed in the first place. The shit was one of those big wood, heavy, thick ass beds, man. It scared me so much, man. I jumped out the bed, ran, fell all in my room, trying to cut I knew it was some demonic shit. We always pray to the 13th candle. We always do the same shit in the satanic rituals. For some reason, when that night while I was doing this ritual, I think God kind of maybe pulled this little aura away from me and let me see just how real Satan is.
God will show you your vision, but
that's the point. He went into how Satan, right, these devils pretty much pulled the bed off where it was at, right, completely across the room. And he said that it took 8 niggas to move that bed, right? And what he said, yeah, I believe it, right? Because the spiritual world, the demonic world, is real. Okay, it's not no joke. It's not no fairy tale. It's real. Okay, you got actors out here. You got people in high places, right, doing witchcraft. Okay, predicting what's going to happen in the future with their witchcraft, influencing the world of wickedness through their witchcraft. Okay, and I've seen it with my own 2 hands. I've seen witchcraft in front of me. Okay, when I was younger, family's a bunch of Cubans, and these Cubans are huge into Santeria, right? Huge into Santeria. It's pretty much witchcraft, right, in Spanish. And one thing they do is that they'll play the drums, right? They'll play the drums and to invoke the spirits, and they'll sing all these crazy songs to invoke the spirits. And I remember I was at this one party when I was a little kid, and they were doing that thing, right? They were doing Santeria. And here it is, they're outside with the drums, right? Their little dresses on and like their attire. They're doing this ritual with the drum. And they're going and going and going and going. And that shit's like hypnotic, man. If you hear that shit, I don't even know what it is, but it makes your body like want to tune into it, right? That Santeria got a strong ass pull to it, right? Because I remember being inside and I could just feel the drums like tapping into my spirit, like trying to pull me. And I remember they said that nobody can dance close to the drums, or else a demon might jump on you. So they call it spirits, but ultimately they're demons, right? If you dance too close to the drums, a demon will jump on you. And I remember one of my aunts, she didn't know that. She pulled up to a party and heard the music and she started dancing. And you see her slowly start dancing and getting closer and closer and closer to the drums. And next thing you know, she's right next to the drums dancing, okay, and getting into it. And all of a sudden, she's dancing and dancing, and you just see her bug out, man. You see her just like jerk. She jerked one way, and all of a sudden, she starts dancing crazy, right? You could tell it's not nothing normal. It wasn't her no more. She starts dancing crazy, and she starts speaking a different language. It was mumbo jumbo. Nobody could understand that shit. But she was speaking in that demonic ass language, okay, and just saying all types of bugged out shit and moving all weird, right? And I remember this happening. The adults told everybody. My mom told me, go in the room. All the kids go in the room, right? Because this was not supposed to happen. And here it is. I'm in the room, like, oh, what's happening? I remember I cracked the door, and they brought my aunt inside, and she's bugging out, and she was bugging out so hard, they had to bring like 4 grown men to hold her down on the couch to see if she would calm down, right? To see if that spirit would just chill. But that spirit on her was fucking. That shit was strong as fuck, right? Those 4 grown men that were on her, she completely fucking pushed them all off, right? Some demonic strong ass power, right? And they got to the point they're like, damn, we can't control her. Let's tie her down, right? And I remember this. They tied her to a metal chair with literally like iron chains. They tied her together, right? Put her hands behind her back, right, and tied her together so she wouldn't move, and her feet. And while she's tied up, that they let her there, she bust the chains and everything all at once. She bust iron chains with her hands, right? And stood the fuck up and is wilding out again, trying to swing at people and fight people. And I remember I had the door cracked and I just hear the ah. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I remember that shit was dead ass. I swear on my life this happened. Right, I saw it with my 2 eyes. That wasn't my aunt. Right, she was possessed by a demon. Okay, an evil spirit. So, I've seen these things happen with my own eyes, and that's just one of the stories going into things I've seen. Right, brothers. Ultimately, if you're Latino, almost all Latinos have a story like that because our people are hard into worshiping other gods and worshiping Satan. Okay, that's why we're in this condition right now. It's because our people don't want to worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They want to do completely contrary to what he said. Right? And he told us you're not supposed to be in that lifestyle. Let's read it. In Deuteronomy chapter 18 and verse 9 it says, when thou art come into the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations. There shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto Yahweh, and because of these abominations, Yahweh thy power doth drive them out from before thee. Okay, so he told us clearly, you ain't supposed to be in that type of lifestyle. You ain't supposed to be doing what the other nations do because everything they do is folly. Okay, it's wicked. Okay, but our people, they don't listen. Right? It says we're rebellious, stiff-necked, and hard-headed. Right? So an observer of times going into a person that can see the future. Okay, and everything you can do on the left-hand side, you can do it on the right. Right? The prophets are here today, pretty much being observer of times. Right? Telling you what's coming in the future, but it's based on righteousness. Right? It's based on the scriptures. Okay, but you'll have these people that they contact the left-hand side, do all these rituals, and they'll tell you more specific things. They'll tell you what's going to happen in the next couple days, in the next month, right? They'll have a more in detail, pretty much observation about current things, more about the material, right? Whereas the prophets, and we can look at the long term and tell you, yup, the chip is coming, yup, America's gonna be destroyed by nuclear missiles, yup, famine of the word, right? But the things in between that, we can't tell you specifically how everything's gonna happen, right? But these diviners, observers of times, they can do that, right? Because they're tapping into the left hand side. But ultimately, that's wicked, and that's Satanism. It says a witch or a charmer or consulter with familiar spirits. And that's another big thing, right? My mom, she's bugged out, man. My mom's bugged out into witchcraft pretty much. And she has this, man, there's so many stories she's told. But pretty much she believes that her father that passed away constantly is around her. And she believed, that's why I said she believed it's her father, because hey, you can never know, right? That's why it says a consulter with familiar spirits. You're not supposed to be offering food, right? She'll give, she thinks it's her father. She'll give him she'll put down a cigarette, or put a glass of water, or put like food, right, for her so-called father, because she believes that she's in contact with him, right? She told me stories about how she's chilling in her room, and all of a sudden the fan starts moving, right? Like if there's a little kid touching the fan and spinning it, and she says, "Oh, that's my dad, right? He's there with me." There are times where she's outside. She was telling me she was with this one man, and that man didn't believe in any of that. He's like, your father ain't with you, blah blah blah. Right? She said, if he really with you, tell him to do a sign. She said that they were out there, literally 11, 12 at night, nobody around, and a car that's been there all day, the neighbor's car, nobody in it. All of a sudden, the lights started flashing. The lights started flashing. And she said, "See, that's my dad right there. That's a sign." She told me that once that guy saw that, he was trying to be out of there, man. He's like, "Nah, I don't fuck with that shit," right? Because that's satanic, right? Satanic. But I brought all those examples out to go into how she believes that those spirits are familiar, but at the end of the day, you do not know what the fuck you are contacting. You do not even know if that's your father. That could be a demon trying to act him to be like your father. Okay, that a demon, okay, acting like that, so you can go more into the left hand side and ultimately go off the deep end and forget about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, it says that the devil, he's deceptive, he's slick, right? He's like a serpent, right? He has wisdom, okay, and he's not the devil, the Satan is not gonna, he's not gonna pull up as Satan, right? That'd be too obvious. He's gonna disguise himself as something nice, okay, and have you bite. Right, one thing about temptation is temptation, okay, it looks attractive, right? That's why you fall for it, because you're tempted. If temptation wasn't good looking, you'd be like, fuck that shit, right? But it says Satan transforms himself into an angel of light, okay? So, ultimately the point is, we're not supposed to be doing these things. They're prohibited, okay? And Satan, okay, he has power over the earth, right? Like I was saying, these actors, let's actually have it pulled up right here. These actors, they do all these hand symbols, right? Look at it right here, all these hand symbols, and ultimately what they're doing is they're paying homage, showing that they're part of this clique, right? The Illuminati, this wicked society, right? And they all have to do it, right? That's why you see LeBron James, right, in the fucking dress. Look at this shit. Oh, look at that. LeBron James in a dress. Right, that's why you see that happening. Same thing with Dwayne Wade. Wade dress. Look at that, man. No, not that one. That's his so-called wife. The Dwayne Wade in the dress. I know there's a picture around there, but ultimately how they really got this nigga is that nigga's son. Right, that's how they got this nigga Dwayne Wade. Look at it right here. That's how they got that nigga Dwayne Wade, is they fucking turn out his son to be a fucking woman. Right? Or it's his daughter to be a man. What are the other? Pretty much the son's a fucking transgender. That was his sacrifice. Right, another one, who else did that shit? Kevin Hart, dressed female. Look at this shit. Now, these are humiliation rituals. Same thing as The Rock. Okay? Look at this shit, man. Oh, this is an AI. Look at this shit. Dressed as a fucking female. And the scriptures tell us. Let's see what the scriptures tell us about that. Let's find it. Let's find it. Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are abomination unto Yahweh thy power. Right? So, if you're a man, you're not supposed to wear female clothes. If you're a woman, you're not supposed to wear male clothes. It's an abomination. Okay, and that's why they have all these actors doing this. Okay, ultimately showing that it's ultimately a humiliation ritual, showing that they're paying homage. Right? They make them do these things publicly to show who they're really bowing down to, Satan. Okay, and when I was going to the hand symbols, right, this is all over the place. Look at this. Look at this right here with the eye. Right, they all do the eye with the 666. Every single one of them. These are high-level actors, singers, rappers, producers, all doing the same symbols, paying homage, showing you who they're in link with. Okay? Look at that. That shit don't miss. Look at this one right here. All doing that same fucking hand symbols, like if it's a portrait, man. They're all in portrait style doing the hand symbol. This shit ain't no coincidence. There is no coincidences. Okay? These niggas are wicked. They've sold out. And in order to reach this fame, this level, you have to sell out. That's the only way. So, Marlon Wayne, my son and his buddies. Let's see what this says. That's on Facebook. We'll leave that alone. So let's go into how Satan has power of the earth, right? When he went into it when he was tempting Yahweh Shai. So I start at verse 5. It says, Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Yahweh Shai said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power. Again the devil taketh him up unto an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them. And saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. And that's the point, is that the devil, he showed him all the kingdoms of the world, what was coming in the future. He showed him America, okay, and what we're living right now. And he said, Hey, I'll give you all this glory, this everything. I'll give it to you. All you have to do is fall down and worship me. Okay, and he said, verse 10, Then saith Yahweh Shai unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship Yahweh thy power, and him only shalt thou serve. Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. So, and he stood firm. He said, Hey, get the fuck away from me. Right? Get the fuck away from me. I ain't worshiping you. I'm worshiping the Lord, Yahweh. That's the only one I worship. Okay, so the point is that this nigga, he's on point. Right? You want to see if Satan's real, they start worshiping him and start seeing how all of a sudden you get the bag. Right? Money starts coming to you. All types of opportunities. All of a sudden, you start pulling hella 10 out of 10s. And you got all the bitches in your DM. Right? You got a high paying job. Right? You might become an entrepreneur. Right? Everything carnally, all of a sudden, is going to come flying to you. Because you are worshiping the one that controls all the material. Okay? There's benefits to doing witchcraft. Right? There's benefits to the left-hand side too. I'm not saying that at the end of the day they're going to be good for you. Right? But there's benefits to it. Right? Satan will bless you. So, and that's why a lot of people get stuck in this lifestyle, because they're stuck on that instant gratification. They want everything now. Okay, whereas what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai truly teaches is delayed gratification. Right? Paul said that this is a light affliction compared to the glory which we shall receive. Right now we're suffering and catching hell when things don't happen in our life the way we think they're supposed to happen, and just random things. A car breaks down, a woman leaves you, you're broke, a body, you have some type of ailment, right? Things just happen to us, and we're catching hell from all angles, right? We're suffering right now for righteousness' sakes, right? But later we're going to receive the reward. Okay, when society collapses, the Lord's going to be here to take care of us. Okay, when those missiles drop, the Lord is going to be here to save us. So, hey, that's our expected end. Okay, so I just wanted to touch on this ritual witchcraft story from a gang member. And this is true, man. Satan's out here on full effect. Okay, it says as a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour, and he's going to entice you, right? The thing about it is he's going to entice you with what you want. You see, Satan. One thing about temptation, Satan going to tempt you. Right? Satan's going to tempt you. And one thing about temptation is alluring. It looks nice. That's the reason people even go after it. Right? So, hey, Satan's going to get you with the biggest thing you want in life, and all of a sudden it's going to be right there. But in order to get it, you're going to have to sell out. You're going to have to do something that's against your morals. And hey, that's how he gets you. Right? That's the beginning. Right? He gives you a little bit. It says, oh, you want more? Now you got to do this. And now you got to do this. And next thing you know, you're out here being a full fucking blood sacrifice demon, sacrificing your family, wearing dresses, and you're down the rabbit hole. Right? Satan ain't going to come like Satan. Okay? He's going to look all cute and shit. Right? Seducing you. Okay? And right when you're about to move away, he fucking bites your ass. Right? That's why it says he's as a serpent. Right? The serpent is deceptive. Right? Has wisdom. The serpent knows when to strike and when to coil back. So, keep that in mind. But I'll leave that at that. Hopefully this is edifying. With that, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash, and double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom to your elect. Shalom.